I have a black card with a $1 trillion limit. Every day the balance resets to $1 trillion. Could I empty the card in just one day? My fiancée got into a rich kid's luxury car right in front of me. Then she mocked me in public for being broke and having no connections. My heart shattered and my fist clenched. Ding. Suitable host detected. Spending system successfully activated. Congratulations, host. You've received a luxury black card. The balance resets to $1 trillion every day. For every 100 million spent, the host earns 1 spending point. Spending points can be exchanged for various system items. As the voice faded, a shiny black card appeared in my hand. $1 trillion a day. I stared at the card in shock. How much does the world's richest man have? Even he can't spend $1 trillion a day. But now I could. Didn't that make me even more loaded than the world's richest man? The thought sent excitement through every cell in my body. I looked up again at my fiancée, who was laughing smugly. I laughed too. No regrets, no more holding back. You cheated on me? Fine, I'll go after your best friend. Black card in hand, I walked toward a petite girl watching the drama. Her name was Wang Jiaojiao, Liu Ruyan's best friend. She was also one of the 5 campus beauties. Before I even reached her, I sent her $100,000 on WeChat. I added a message to the transfer. I know your brother's in the hospital. I'll cover $100,000 of his medical bills. I'm in a bad mood today, keep me company. Then I walked over to Wang Jiaojiao. Right in front of my fiancé, Liu Ruyan, I asked, will you spend the day with me? The moment I said that, the crowd went silent. A second later, everyone exploded into chatter. What's he doing? Don't tell me he's hitting on Wang Jiaojiao. Is he crazy? Everyone at Dongda knows how picky Wang Jiaojiao is. She once swore she'd marry a rich guy. She's Dongda's most famous gold digger. And he thinks he can get her? What a joke. Liu Ruyan watched and let out a mocking laugh. Her eyes were filled with obvious contempt. She could already picture how Wang Jiaojiao would humiliate me. A smug smile spread across her face. She was glad she'd dumped this broke loser early. The crowd also looked amused, waiting for me to embarrass myself. But the next second, something happened that stunned everyone. Wang Jiaojiao looked at her phone and smiled brightly. Her cute round face turned shy as she nodded. It was like everyone had just been hit over the head with a hammer. The entire crowd stared with wide eyes and open mouths. No one could believe what they were seeing. No way, am I seeing things? She said yes. He actually got a date with Wang Jiaojiao. Liu Ruyan stared blankly, her eyes filled with shock. Wang Jiaojiao was her best friend and Dongda's famous gold digger, yet she'd actually agreed to go out with her ex-boyfriend. It felt like a hard slap across Liu Ruyan's face. Her face turned red and she became furious. Wang Jiaojiao! Liu Ruyan roared angrily. Only then did she realize Wang Jiaojiao had already left with me. She hadn't cared about Liu Ruyan at all. Seeing Liu Ruyan's ugly expression, Chuku stepped forward to comfort her. Ruyan, why bother with 2 broke losers? They're beneath people like us. Chuku spoke arrogantly as he watched us walk away. His eyes were filled with contempt. His words made Liu Ruyan feel a little better. Wang Jiaojiao must be blind to choose someone like him. She was destined to be nothing more than an ordinary housewife. Liu Ruyan couldn't wait to see her regret it one day. Thinking about that, Liu Ruyan sneered. Come on, babe, don't be mad. I'll take you jewelry shopping. Let's go to Kianda Plaza. Chuku wrapped an arm around her waist and they got back in the car. Meanwhile, after taking the $100,000, Wang Jiaojiao looked uneasy. She glanced at me and asked stiffly, where are we going? Where? Kianda Plaza, of course. That place burns money and I needed to spend like crazy today. The system said I'd get 1 spending point for every $100 million spent. Those points could be exchanged for all kinds of items. I had no idea what those items were, but anything from the system couldn't possibly be ordinary. That made me really look forward to the exchange shop. System, can you open the exchange shop? No, unlocking it requires 10 spending points. Damn, that caught me off guard. So I had to spend $1 billion just to unlock the exchange shop. Wasn't the system basically forcing me to spend money? System, can you at least tell me what I can exchange for? All exchange items are treasures carefully selected by the system. That information is confidential and cannot be revealed early. I was helpless, but now I was even more curious. Fine. $1 billion, I'll spend that first. I grabbed Wang Jiaojiao's hand and started walking. Come on, Kianda Plaza! I'm in a bad mood, so help me spend. With her small hand wrapped in mine, Wang Jiaojiao blushed. She tried to pull away. Her impression of me was average, and she didn't really like me. The only reason she came along was because of the $100,000. Her younger brother had leukemia. The early treatments had already drained her family's savings, and the future medical costs were astronomical. That was why she wanted a rich boyfriend, and I'd handed her $100,000. That still surprised her. We grabbed a cab and headed straight to Kianda Plaza. Then we entered a restaurant called Wangxiang Pavilion. Outside Wangxiang Pavilion, Wang Jiaojiao stared at me in surprise. She thought we'd just find some cheap little place to eat. She never expected Wangxiang Pavilion. Surprise flashed across her face. Even a casual meal here could easily cost over $1,000. It was way beyond what students like us could afford. She couldn't believe I'd brought her here. But beneath her shock, she also looked down on me. She thought I was pretending to be rich just to impress her. Any money I had probably came from my parents' savings. Thinking that, her opinion of me hit rock bottom. She despised me even more. Seeing her unhappy face, I was confused. What was her problem? I was treating her to a fancy meal. I shook my head. Then I walked inside and asked for a luxury private room. The waiter said the minimum spend was $50,000. I couldn't stop smiling. I wasn't afraid of spending money. I was afraid of not spending enough. 50 grand still seemed too low. After thinking for a moment, I asked the waiter, Do you have anything more expensive? Maybe $100,000 minimum? The waiter froze, wondering if he'd heard me wrong. 50 grand wasn't enough? He wanted 100? The waiter eyed my obviously cheap clothes suspiciously. Was this guy here to scam a free meal? Wang Jiaojiao looked utterly disappointed. She thought I was such a poser. Seeing the waiter's strange look, Wang Jiaojiao felt humiliated. Coming out with me was the biggest mistake she'd made today. She blocked me the second she got home. She'd already decided to run the first chance she got. If this continued, she'd completely lose face. Sir, he was just joking with you. Wang Jiaojiao quickly tried to explain. She was afraid the waiter would actually throw us out. I didn't insist. I looked at the menu and said, it's just the two of us, let's keep it simple. That finally made Wang Jiaojiao breathe a sigh of relief. She was terrified I'd pull another stunt and embarrass her. But I stayed calm. With $1 trillion, I had nothing to fear. Money gives a man confidence. I closed the menu and smiled. Alright, bring us one of everything. Wang Jiaojiao stiffly turned and stared at my calm face. This is keeping it simple? What would you do if you went all out, buy the whole restaurant? The waiter froze for 2 seconds before asking cautiously, Sir, the menu includes many expensive ingredients. Black truffles, sea cucumbers, Australian lobster, and more. One of everything will cost around $150,000. Are you sure? After I nodded, the waiter took the menu and left. He immediately found the manager and explained everything. Then he asked whether to serve us or throw us out. Hearing we'd ordered over $100,000 in food, the manager became suspicious. After thinking for 2 seconds, he waved his hand and said, Serve him, but put several security guards outside the private room. Watch him closely. Don't let him skip the bill or try anything. If he pulls anything, beat the hell out of him. Then drag him to his parents and make them pay. The waiter nodded with a cold smile. Meanwhile, Wang Jiaojiao finally snapped at my fake calmness. Enough, I'm not trying to look down on you. But can you really afford $150,000? As she spoke, disappointment and disgust filled her eyes. Let me guess. That $100,000 you gave me was your family's savings, wasn't it? Showing off with your parents' hard-earned money is disgusting. Wang Jiaojiao didn't hide her contempt at all. I froze for a second. I never expected a famous gold digger like her to say that. It actually made me see her in a new light. But I didn't explain. She wouldn't believe me anyway. So why waste my breath? With that thought, I shot back. It's not costing me a dime, so why should I worry? Wang Jiaojiao froze, then snapped angrily. Fine. I'll watch you pretend to be rich until you lose everything. Lose everything? That's exactly what I wanted most right now. I just wanted to spend the whole $1 trillion. But I'd barely spent anything. I still had a long way to go. The food was soon brought to the table. I had to admit, every dish at Wengxiang Pavilion was carefully made. The food tasted amazing, and even the presentation was impressive. Soon the entire table was covered in dishes. I dug in like there was no tomorrow. I savored the flavors slowly spreading through my mouth. The moment they filled my senses, the pleasure hit its peak. Unlike me, Wang Jiaojiao ate with a worried look. She feared we'd be forced to wash dishes if we couldn't pay, or worse, dragged in front of our parents. Then she'd truly be humiliated. Every time she thought about it, she gave me a resentful look. Worst case, she'd use the $100,000 I gave her to pay the bill. But we'd still be $50,000 short. Watching us, the waiter became even more certain of his guess. These two were definitely here to scam a free meal. He became even more alert around me. I swallowed half a sea cucumber in one bite and casually asked, So, is the food good? Wang Jiaojiao absent-mindedly nodded. Then she casually replied, It's okay. Even those 2 words sounded like she was about to cry. Clearly, she was terrified her worst fears would come true. Then my next words nearly made her little heart stop. If you like it, this can be our cafeteria from now on. Her eyes flew wide open. Just as she was about to explode, I said, Waiter, bring the check. The check? The waiter's voice jumped 3 octaves. He'd already prepared for us to try scamming a free meal. But now I wanted to pay? The waiter was stunned. This wasn't how the script was supposed to go. Wasn't I supposed to complain about the food or the service? Or claim there was hair or steal wool in the food to avoid paying? How could I possibly ask for the check? Wait, what am I thinking? He wants to pay! The waiter suddenly snapped out of his daze. He quickly handed me the bill he'd already printed. All the contempt vanished from his face, replaced by a flattering smile. Sir, your total comes to $169,000. We've already waived the small change. Okay, run the card. I pulled out my black card. Even after it went through, Wang Jiaojiao was frozen. She couldn't believe I'd really spent $160,000 on one meal. Wang Jiaojiao pinched herself hard. The pain in her arm proved that this really wasn't a dream. She'd really eaten a $160,000 meal. The realization hit her, and her mind completely short-circuited. She'd spent the whole meal worrying and hadn't even tasted the food. $160,000